Okay, we got our grumpy squares right here.
Oh, dude, you Google.
And we've got a new package. You might be able to see in the background here. That's not work. That's a hint at what's inside here.
You just lost your monetization because I cussed in the first 7 minutes of the video.
You think I have monetization?
Well, somebody's getting paid. Right here. I guess it's not you.
It's Google. It's Google. You want to use the new Tuck HD there?
I'm gonna use the little guy right there where I cut
don't
myself.
know it's not really designed for that, sir.
No. Okay, fine. We'll cut it this way. We gotta make sure that I don't
just slices the pen in half.
No, that's there. I felt the packaging down there. I made sure it was down at the bottom. I gotta make sure I don't dox you, is what I'm saying.
Jeez.
There you go. The original.
Oh, I did bug squares over here to bring in his.
It's a good thing I read my messages before I came into the team meeting this morning.
I brought this guy.
Yeah, I didn't bring my other guy. He's at my desk at home. So.
Yeah, that's fine. It's doing the thing where it's way too dim again. Hold on there. We gotta bump it up. Bump it up. Here, you want to take.
You got an unboxer, huh?
Is it too bright now?
Yes. Yes, it's way washed out.
Okay, then you gotta control it, because here's the issue. If you reset it, watch. If you reset it, it makes it way too dim. See?
Yeah, so
you gotta bump it.
Control. Huh?
You gotta bump her up. It's because of the white background. We need to paint this desk.
Are we going straight black? Is that what it is?
What do you want? No, you want that whatever
out.
percent gray you want is like a certain percent
beige.
Gray is what you.
All right, boys.
All right,
and girls.
so this is the basic 003.
Can I show them that one?
Yeah.
But you got other stuff up on the other monitor.
Well, then don't point at the other monitor.
I'm not very coordinated, man. So okay, I'm just gonna little guy. Whoa!
That made brass noises when I dropped it.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got.
What the heck?
What happened?
Here.
Well, you're gonna have me. What about it?
The texture
Feels weird. You gotta take the band off. I just don't want to scuff up your fresh new. Feels kind of like there's moss growing on or something. You're saying.
Well,
that's scratchy. Oh God.
Here. What did they call it? They called it
OB25.
No, matte vintage tone matte OD green. That is.
I feel like you're gonna scuff up that whole. Oh, that's right. It's because brass.
Yeah.
Is that gonna? No, it stays. All right, I'll let you tinker with it. I'll put the band back on so it doesn't kill me.
There you go. Oh, that was too far. There you go, both there. That's what it looks like in real life.
Get these guys out of the way.
You see, just because of the light reflecting off the surface, it just doesn't.
Put your mitts on there.
So this is based on the basic 3.
Yep.
It is kind of crunchy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely. No. Use the basic 3 that's still not even that worn in yet. It's like butter, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even that one's probably pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's still crunchier.
Yeah.
Because of the anodize on it. By the way, for those watching, the wax really did fix this guy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You gotta put it on the back.
Pro tip.
Not the tip of the bolt, like when you screw it in the back side, though, like in the threads,
and
a little bit on the back side. What I think is happening is effectively it's acting like an O-ring and filling up the gap between, like, I would have to pull a bolt out and show you, but there's basically a flat on the back of the bolt before the threads. It's filling up that space with the wax that an O-ring would normally kind of vibe in. And if you let it harden, this thing's rock solid now. We had one other viewer asking for a suggestion. He's like, "Oh, I never thought I'd see this package again. I used to use this when I had braces."
Yep, that's when I had mine. Was basically back when I had it.
And yeah, it does seem to work. So if you guys have an issue with the bolt loosening,
or if you get some really sticky like candles at home, that also works. I found.
Yeah, so you can make use of, but in this case, it was less the thread. So when I put it on the smooth operator, I had to put it in the thread. On this, that didn't help much. It was when I put it on the back side of the thread. Like, there's that little gap between the thread and the actual stop of the screw. Getting it in there is, and then, like I said, I think it makes like an O-ring and seals that.
You gotta work it in. You gotta work it into the grooves a little bit.
This texturally is like
It moss. It's fuzzy. It feels weird.
It seriously does.
It's grippy, but
That is a sharp noise too. Like it's like high pitched. Like
you can hear ping. Like you got some funky keyboard switches.
Dude, I put my Model F on one of the videos recently, and I'm like, yeah, you guys complain about, yeah, and I'm like, I have to figure out some way to dampen this because it's just like,
hold
going crazy.
I'll try using the moss point a little bit. It's getting better. You'll just have
so
to sit
here you go.
Wear down the slot a little bit.
We got so it's a limited edition. So this is one they weren't planning, but people apparently since like day one were like, yeah, we want limited editions, or special releases. So this is the Basic 3 OB25. I have to we were thinking, what was it? The O is the OD green and the B is for the brass. And 25 for the year, I guess. So they're trying to say it's based on U.S. World War II era military dress uniforms. So that's sort of green with the brass buttons is what they're. I can get that vibe from it. What would it take it up another notch? Imagine brass clip on that thing.
Yeah, but isn't that softer than the stainless guy here?
Yeah. But brass is still like pretty tough compared to aluminum even.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the grittiness we're feeling is just the groove that's being like slowly but surely chopped in there as we're.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
sure, it's fine.
It's getting smoother though.
As
I just slow.
Heavy tumble micro fine sandblast, custom vintage tone brass button, limited edition 100 pence. So obviously had to pick it up. It was more. Remember, these basics, not including the exclusive one, $29.
Yeah.
That, however, was not $29.
50,
I think. 49 or 59.
Yeah, that was 49. That's not bad.
Yeah. Wow. With white backdrop, guys, this thing just utterly
gets washed out and blown out.
Yeah, just utterly fails. There you go. It is fairly dark, but that's why I thought I'd ask Squeers to see if he could bring in his Basic 3 for comparison. I'm surprised they did a special edition this fast because they were very adamant early on with the Basic series that they weren't trying to do anything fancy. You know what I mean? And I don't know that this finish that they used on this one is even on it. I don't think it's ever been used on any of their other pens. You know what I mean? Supposedly on here, they revised they say revised and slightly updated machine profile. I do not necessarily. Oh, what did I do? Oh, the monitor just dropped out. Yeah, it does that. Guys, when you run a HDMI cable into a passive HDMI to DVI adapter, it's not necessarily the most reliable.
Machine profile referencing previous projects.
Yeah.
Modern industrial.
I mean, some of these profiles look less here. Like this ridge looks less. But I don't know if that's just because this one has a finish and that one doesn't.
A number on it, since it is a limited edition of 100 pens.
No, I think it would. If it did, it would just say one of 100 rather than they generally don't do numbers. Apparently, even Tactile Turn is getting away from doing specific numbered pens because that's been a pain in the ass to deal with. So they're trying to make them more consistent now, which I probably will be less likely to buy the Tactile Turn. They're making ones to the same quality, but they're just making an amount of them rather than making them all unique, which I think takes part of the fun out of
those weird space ones.
You saw my extraterrestrial, and I like my the ones I really like are the not deep space, dark matter. I love the dark matter light. It's so good.
Yeah.
So I don't see it numbered, but we can check here too, see if it's still available.
No, it's not tactile. Are they put under the clip?
No, I checked that. Yeah. There are still some available as of today, it looks like, if their website would load, which it does not load correctly in Firefox. It just does this.
Or because your company
That was only checkout, but yeah, it might be that too.
might have actually blocked it entirely now.
Yeah. Yeah, I failed to get my first batch of sunflower pens because I got blocked because I was on a VPN. And I'm like, I'm at work, I have to be. That, like, there's no option not to be. So, what do you guys think? Is the $29 ones good enough? Or do you want to see more of the ones like this that have, at least an anodizing to them? I will say, this guy puts that guy to shame.
Yeah.
Now that guy was basically included for free with this
This guy doesn't feel like you're touching a fucking hairy, gross rock though, or something. I'm just saying.
Have you felt moss? It's actually kind of slimy. It's not dry at all. That's
just like
super dry.
Dried. Yeah. It's just weird. Yeah. Interesting. It was very good quality though.
Yeah, like comparatively, you got this guy was like a freebie if you get the what do you want to call it, the subscription.
Yeah. I wonder if yours feels. Is it me or does it feel lighter? Could it just be the brass bolt just weighting it down right there? I wonder if they lighten it up a little bit too, even though it has.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's so minimal, the tolerances.
Yeah, like even looking at this tip here, I don't. They must have changed this so subtly. Like to me, if you look at like the tip, all the corners on this just seem more rounded. But is that because they just tumbled it a literal butt ton, or are they actually, because they did say revised and slightly updated machine profile? So I don't know. But then they heavy tumbled it and micro sandblasted it. That could have easily been what took off all the all the. Like that sort of stuff. The other thing is here, if we go into here, if the auto macro mode would focus. I don't know if you guys can see it. The camera's kind of blending it, but there are, like, at least to our eyes, you can see all the turns. Because that's expected with the basic line, because they're saving cash. They just do a simpler process, so they're not milling it as precisely, and they don't tumble it as much. For $29, that's why I'm surprised they spent the time to make this limited edition, because that's kind of like against the whole line of what they're aiming for. Yes. I also, you guys saw my comments on the exclusive one from the last batch. I wasn't too happy they went with the battle worn, but they did a poll. I'm sorry, community, you're wrong. That is not the best finish that was available in their list. I didn't even see the rest of the list. So. Yep.
I was happy with my basic 2 and basic 3.
I'll have to see you in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it.